Day 35 of the journey to pro MMA and bodybuilding. You might be surprised. I mean, I know I said that this wasn't happening today because Sunday is usually my rest day. It's always my rest day. But I travel to Colorado tomorrow and we leave in the morning. Not terribly early in the morning, but just early enough that, with the crappy sleep I've gotten this week, I want to be able to sleep as much as possible. And as long as I just hit it, that's all I really need. There's a tiny chance I'll be able to hit a lift 1 or maybe 2 times while I'm out in Colorado. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, as far as how I'm feeling today, it is push day, but my shoulders still really feel like they're in a state of disrepair right now. Which, I mean, I guess that's to be expected. So I'm going to be perfectly honest. I am not actually expecting to train shoulders at all today. I know that's not like me. I love training shoulders. It's one of my favorite muscle groups to train. But I really need to, prioritize some recovery for my shoulders. Honestly, more than almost any muscle group when it came to the sparring, the ones that got the most tired were the shoulders. Just keeping my arms up constantly and throwing punches. Like, a lot of that really does come down to your shoulders. There's a lot of movement there. And I don't know if that's true of good form. Keep in mind, I'm still a beginner. I'm just saying how I feel now, like what's happening now. I'm really feeling my shoulders still. And the more I read about Muay Thai and MMA, the stuff I've been doing, they say that, like, with shins, which is one thing that's been really, really bad recently, and shoulders and a whole bunch of other stuff that they said in the beginning, it's just gonna hurt. Like, you're gonna get sore, you're gonna hurt, but that your body adapts to it and that your shins get tougher and your body just gets used to those movements more. And obviously you get more conditioned, yada, yada, yada. So regardless, I am going to continue training shoulders, obviously. That's not something that's ever going to change. But will I hit them today? I don't think so. You guys know me. I end up accidentally using my shoulders in a lot of those press movements anyway. That's so I guess I am still hitting shoulders. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so anyway, I'm thinking that with my pressing movements that there's a solid chance I'm going to go significantly lighter today. Decent chance that'll end up happening. Just because I do not want to risk injury this early on in the game. I am a little frustrated that I'm traveling because it means that I'm not going to get to train until I might be able to go in. When could I go in? I might be able to go in for MMA on Friday when I get back. We're going up to Kentucky that evening. I don't know. At least I think we are. Maybe it's the night of the 18th. I don't know. I might not be able to train this Friday either. So it'll probably be until the 22nd. It'll probably be the 22nd before I'll be able to train again. Which, I mean, maybe it's a blessing in disguise because it's going to give me more recovery time. I'm going to come in super fresh. But I'm thinking that since I'm not going to be able to, since I'm not going to be able to spar, I'm not going to be able to train. When I'm at my in-laws' house, they have a heavy bag downstairs, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to hit the heavy bag, do some sessions on that, even if I'm literally just training 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, just really basic stuff right now. That might be good. And then doing like burpees and other just crazy cardio just to keep myself, continuing to condition myself. We'll have to see. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go or how it's going to look. But I know I am not just taking the holiday season off. Like, when we're traveling out to Colorado or to Kentucky, I I want to keep making sure I'm finding ways to train and that I'm finding things that I can do. So even if it means, assuming my ankles in particular are a little better by the time I'm out in Colorado, maybe I'll go do some trail running. That might be fun. Do a trail running video. That actually might be really fun. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we'll have to see. I might do that. But there's a handful of things I can do. So we're just going to have to see. We're going to see what happens. But for today, we are going to go hit a push day. It's going to be nice and light. I know bench press is going to be light. We're not going to be hitting that crazy heavy today. And yeah, we're just going to see if we can get a nice chunky chest pump. I'm going to hit triceps, and I want to see if my left tricep is feeling better. If you're new, you haven't seen this, but in an older vlog, like last week, I was working, and for some reason, my left tricep felt loose, like the muscle felt like it was disconnected. It just didn't feel right. It was hurting, so I cut it short. So we're going to test that today, see if that's still feeling like that. We are not going to hit shoulders. And yeah, we're just going to have a good time. We're just going to have a great time hitting push day, and I'm going to move at my own pace. It's going to be nice. Let's do it. All right, let's see how this left tricep's feeling. At least for the time being, that feels right. That was kind of a cheated last rep, but Ooh, that light. It's golden hour. Get a nice beard shot in there. Any beard care brands want to sponsor me? I got you. Whatever. Well, that was a decent lift. Pump analysis, I would actually say both my chest and triceps have a well above average pump. Definitely above average. More than I've felt this whole week for sure. But I mean, that's to be expected. My shoulders still have that painful lingering soreness from all the MMA. So I am definitely glad. I'm happy with my decision to not push and just go, full push day, including shoulders. I think that would have been a bad idea. And especially with think about how common shoulder injuries are. You know what I mean? Think about the number of bodybuilders and the number of fighters, just the number of athletes who get like shoulder tears or, things like that. And those, honestly, they look miserable to have to recover from. I mean, just look at how long it took. Look how long it took Chris Bumstead to, recover in this last year, or this last, when was it? Because he was still in his videos lifting lighter on his shoulder earlier this year, I think, right? Or was those older videos? I don't know. Regardless, his shoulder injury, was nasty. And it totally, limited him from the things that he could do. That just seems awful. I would rather have a day that's, a little less fun than have 8 months that's a lot less fun. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel good about that. I am out of protein powder. I mean, what can you do? Ran out. So I'm just going to eat an extra high protein dinner. We need to go through a couple things that are left in the fridge before we travel to Colorado and then to Kentucky. So I think we've got a couple steaks in there. Might just go ahead and eat both steaks and maybe even some other stuff. Today is my refill day, so I'm allowed to eat a little bit more than usual. That usually eating a little bit more just comes in the form of going to a restaurant or fast food. And we went to the local Chinese restaurant here in town, which, granted, the food that I ate there is not it's not the highest protein value, definitely a lot of carbs, but honestly, on my, it's not a rest day, but on my refill day, which is usually my rest day too, that's usually when I do kind of fill up on carbs, to just kind of reload a little bit, because, the glycogen stores get depleted, so I like to eat a lot more carbs than I usually do on my refill days. So I'm fine with that. I had 1 or 2 small, I think probably a total maybe 16 ounces, 12 ounce, 16 ounces of some Coca-Cola. That's one treat that if I'm gonna let myself have a treat, it oftentimes is in the form of soda, because I really enjoy, it's honestly been hard because I am a big soda guy. I just really like soda. Big Coca-Cola guy. I just really love soda. So, most of the time this year, I really have not had that many sodas, just because honestly on this diet, it's just worthless calories. It's just completely worthless. There is absolutely nothing that a normal soda contributes to, really to your life, but it contributes to anything. Macros, awful. Calories, usually it's a couple hundred per can, anywhere from, if it's a small one, maybe 140, but still, that's 140 calories. I'd rather save 140 calories and have a handful of peanut butter pretzels at the end of the day. That's usually what my treats look like. I call them treats. They're usually just savory snacks that I'm not usually able to eat, like maybe some toast with peanut butter, or maybe, something like that. It's usually is nutty, because I like it. Those are, people think that nuts and seeds are a good source of protein, which I mean, yes, they are, but the protein to calorie ratio, as well as the fats, especially in peanut butter, and not to mention the sugar in peanut butter, all of those things kind of outweigh it. Like I remember when I was first getting into the diet, I'm a huge sunflower seed guy. Like I could just eat handfuls of that stuff. And I like them when they're shelled, especially when I'm on a diet, because it makes me feel like I'm eating more. But I like to get just the big bags of just the seeds with, you know, some salt in them. And I loved those. And so I got a whole bunch of it at the start of the year because I was like, yeah, this is going to help me get through the diet. Until I found out that like 1 cup of those was like 500 calories. It was like 500 calories. And then it was like, I mean, I won't guess what the protein was, but it was negligible. It was hardly any protein for that number of calories. It was protein, but not even close. So like, I guess if you want something to replace the chips you're eating just for a healthier option with better macros, that would be a good move. Or if you're bulking, you know, that's a good move. But for a cut, doesn't turn out good. So my treats are usually things like that, where it's like something salty or savory that I like that I'm not usually able to eat. Or if it's a big treat, if I have a ton of calories left and I've hit my macros, it's a fast food meal, because fast food is my weakness. But yeah, so anyway, today, you know, having a little bit of soda was my big treat. I'm not actually going to get any fast food today. I'm going to cook something at home. Like I said, probably some steak, and just, you know, hit the rest of my macros that way. But yeah, so this has been day 35. You know, nice push day, nice decent push day. I'm hoping that this week will be enough for me to recover. I should be able to get pretty solid sleep each of the nights that I'm out in Colorado, presumably. I should be able to. But then again, any amount of sleep is going to feel good after getting up at 4:30 for like 4 days in a row. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to do my best to lift while I'm out in Colorado. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. If I don't, I'm going to find something to do. So you guys will get a video, at least one video in the next several days. And then when I get back, you know, we will very shortly after that be heading up to Kentucky. And before Christmas, I should be able to get one more MMA class on the 22nd, I think. And maybe on the 23rd. If I want to push it, I could probably do it on the 23rd as well. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. We've got a lot more coming. You know, I'm still, when I touch my brow, I'm still sore, you know, from all the hits. Just from just touching it, I can feel like the soreness. My ankles and shins are still bad. But honestly, hitting that cold plunge helped a lot, I think. So yeah, we'll hit it again tomorrow morning. I'm going to start including, I didn't think I was going to vlog today, so I didn't film today, but usually I will include the vlog or the ice plunge in my vlogs, because I'm sure, you know, that would just maybe be something that's interesting for you guys. There's a chance I'll do that. There's also a chance that may just be Instagram only content. I kind of like the idea of posting just like a short thought or idea that I have that day while hitting my cold plunge, or motivation or something like that. So what I'm thinking is maybe on the days when I don't feel like I have anything to say for that, I'll include it in the vlog. But if you guys want to see, like, if you guys want to see me freeze myself, and if you want to, you know, hear the things that I have to say there, as well as a lot of other things, any motivational stuff that I have to say, go follow me on Instagram. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to me here, and my Instagram is @theaestheticfighter. If you could go follow me on Instagram. There are going to be clips from the vlogs uploaded there, but it's also a lot of content that is not vlog. It's not like vlog style, and you can interact with me a lot more on there, and you can see just more personal thoughts, you know, less so than on here, or more so than on here, I mean. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, follow me there, and be ready for day 36. See you guys.